Remember when you excitedly bought that container of buttermilk? Ooh, buttermilk. And you used it in a recipe, but you only used a little bit and now you have a whole bunch left over and you really don't want to throw it away. Well, I have 6 ways to use up the rest of that buttermilk. And you'll want to stick around for the last one because it lasts the longest.
Do you break into a sweat with even the thought of having company? I'm here to help. After trying just a few of my hosting tips, you'll be more than ready to say, come on over.
If you like creamy dressings and you like to make your own creamy dressings, buttermilk is perfect for that. With just half a cup of buttermilk, you can mix it up with something herby, something garlicky, or even a ranch dressing packet. Just put it in here, shake it up, and the ranch dressing packet probably has further instructions on there, but the most basic ingredients are the herbs and the buttermilk. After that, fresh made dressing. And we all know fresh made is always better than store-bought.
If you are what you eat, then I only want to eat the good stuff.
A great use for a large amount of buttermilk. And I don't know about you, but sometimes when you go to get buttermilk, you cannot get it in a small chuggable one. You have to get the giant one. Well, this is a great use for a giant one, and that would be soaking a whole chicken in it. Just remove the insides, the part you don't want, pat it dry, stick it in a bowl, and cover it with buttermilk. You literally cover it, soaking in the buttermilk. Put it in your refrigerator overnight. Let it really get in there and soaking in it. If you don't want to do a whole chicken, you could do a piece of chicken or pieces of chicken, or you could just do a little tiny Cornish hen. And yes, I realize this is not a Cornish hen, but it's the only bird I have that would be that size. And you just stick it down in there, pour in your buttermilk, and the best use of it that we've found is with an air fryer. Delish.
Air fried Subway sandwich.
Another great use of leftover buttermilk is to add a chug or two of it to your pasta sauce. Whether it's a red sauce or a white sauce, the tanginess of the buttermilk really kicks it up a notch and gives it a deeper flavor. And then if you add cheese on top of that, it all just goes together in yummy goodness. My recommendation is start with a small amount, maybe a 1/4 cup. See if you like the way that tastes. It also helps thicken your pasta sauce. Bonus, so just do a little bit of experimenting with it. If you get a little carried away with your buttermilk and your pasta sauce and it gets a little too thick, use some leftover pasta water to thin it out and add another layer of depth.
You have blown people away with your level of depth.
When you have lots and lots and lots of vegetables in your garden, one of the things you can do is make a savory cobbler. That's right, not all cobblers have to be sweet. I know I love a sweet cobbler, but you can also make a savory cobbler. And the way you do that is slicing up your vegetables and layering them. And usually you put some sort of a cream in there with it. Buttermilk will add depth to that savory cobbler that you cannot get from just straight milk.
Milk was a bad choice.
If you enjoy making homemade potato, tomato, mushroom, or any creamy soup, you know that recipe usually calls for heavy cream or half and half or some sort of thicker milk product. Buttermilk to the recipe. Just heat your buttermilk and replace your other cream or even part of your other creamy substance into your soup, and you will get a tang of that will change your life. Your taste buds will go, yes, this is awesome. And also, you use up that leftover buttermilk.
That's delicious.
And finally, and this truly can be life-changing. Did you know you can freeze buttermilk? That's right, but not in this, because then you have to thaw the whole thing for maybe a tablespoon or 2. So what helps you out here is ice cube trays. An ice cube tray holds about 2 tablespoons or an ounce of buttermilk. You just pour them into the cube trays, you freeze it, and then when you need just a little bit of buttermilk, you have it on call. Now, if you have the Batman ice cube tray, and if you don't, you should, we'll link it down below. This just holds 1 tablespoon. So that would be for extra special recipes where you want to see Batman floating in your soup concoction. And who wouldn't want to see that? Am I right? So many, many ways to use up that buttermilk. Don't throw it out because you can't use it, and you can use it right away. Wonderful, fresh made. Yeah. You can use pieces of a chicken, or if you like them, and I could remember the name of them, you could use a Cornish hen. Yeah. But leftover buttermilk in your savory collar. Savory collar. Savory. There's no. Who's licking a collar? No one. No one is literally licking a collar. Tweak your usual potato, tomato, mushroom, or any creamy soup by substituting warm. Substituting? Are we tooting now? Potato, tomato, or mushroom. Mushroom. Okay. Sounded like a hick there, which I am. You know that you. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. If you enjoy.
Sorry,
you were giggling.
You were making me giggle.
Giggler. I'm looking pained at the end.
Come on over. Now go make someone feel special today.